What's up, guys, and welcome to the Durumu raid guide normal mode on 25-man point of view, and we're on my mage as always. Again, the abilities will be scrolling above my head, so if you want to pause the video and take a look at any of those individually, go ahead and feel free. But this fight is about coordination more than anything else, okay? The biggest things that you need to understand about this fight is there is a tank swap mechanic, which happens obviously, and then you just figure out the stacks for that. The main phase when you first pull, the things that you need to watch out for is the little purple triangles on the ground. They will spawn from him. If you get in that when it expires, he will blow you off the edge of the room. You do not want that, so make sure that you're watching out for that. Do not get hit by it. It is key, or you will not be able to be rezzed because it's a platform. It will throw you off the platform and you can't be rezzed from there. That's just the way it is. The other thing that you have to watch out for is if you get the green pool debuff on you, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you're dropping that away from other people, typically in the middle ring of the room. The reason that I say that is because during the death beam phase, the melee can be up right near the boss and the range is way out on the very outer rim doing the maze, so you need to keep that middle where all the green puddles will be, okay? That's the best place to keep them. That way your melee and your range do not have to worry about that. And by death beam phase, I might as well cover it while I'm here. But during the death beam phase, all it is you pretty much just stay in the available areas that aren't covered in purple smoke, is the easiest way to describe it. And it will either start left or right depending. You'll see little sparkles on the ground on one side or the other. You just go as far as you can over to that side, and you stay with the beam, and then you'll just kind of go in a 360-degree pattern. For range, like I said, you're going to stay on the very outside edge, and you'll kind of weave in and out through the outside, whereas the melee will be inside, right next to the boss, doing kind of the same thing. You need to make sure that you're staying ahead of because it'll fill up behind you, okay? So when you're in the maze, make sure that you're not lagging behind. If you have any speed boosts, anything that you can do to make sure that you're not the last person. The reason I say that is because if you're getting hit by that, it will pretty much 2 or 3 tick you, and with the constant movement, it's very hard for healers to keep you up with anything more than dots. So keep that in mind. This is also a good time when the maze is forming to pop your personal defensive cooldown, just to give your healer a chance, and to give you a chance to kind of figure out exactly where you need to be in the room when this maze starts to form, okay? But like I said, you go in the whole 360-degree circle. Once you've done that, you're good to go. The other main phase to this is the boss will do an ad phase almost, okay? And during this phase, what happens is there will be a person targeted with a yellow beam, a person targeted with a blue beam, and a person targeted with a red beam. The most important thing to understand is how these beams work. The blue beam, all you need to do in normal mode is you need to make sure that whoever has the blue beam is not standing wherever the blue ad is. So what'll happen is right before he sends out the beams, you'll see little puffs on the ground indicating where the ads are. As soon as someone sees where the blue one is, just let the persons know. If you put markers down or you use like a clock symbol, like okay, blue's at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever. Whatever works for your raid group, do that, okay? Or if you put markers out always between purple and green or yellow and blue or whatever, let the blue person know where it is. Once the blue person is not in that zone, he doesn't move or she doesn't move. You just stay there. You do not move. You need to split up your raid so that you have people in each beam, because the more people, the more the damage is split, and it's a very healing intensive phase, okay? So the blue guy doesn't move. The yellow beam, even though it targets somebody, it will move in a circle around the room regardless of anyone's in it. So you need to have a group of people that pretty much just kind of kite around inside of that yellow beam to split the damage, because you have to have somebody in there, okay? That's just how it works. The most important beam, though, is the red beam. The person who gets the red beam needs to understand. Remember, it's random, so everybody in your raid group needs to understand how this works. If you get the red beam, your job is to run around the room till you find a big red ad, you stop, you have the DPS nuke the ad down, and you keep running, and you do that till you get all 3 of them, and that ends the phase. The second the third one dies, the phase is over. Again, then you go into death beam phase, and then it's rinse and repeat the entire fight over again, and you just do this until you kill the boss. The most important thing that you need to understand is the quicker you can get out of phase 2, the less chance you have of an RNG death. You will still get the knockback ability while you're in that phase. You will still get the green puddle ability while you're in that phase. So make sure that you are being aware of where those are on the ground so you're not getting knocked back, that you're not leaving green puddles where they shouldn't be. Those are the main things that you need to watch out for, okay? But that's really the whole fight, guys. As far as healing goes, like your cooldowns and stuff, again, definitely during the red, blue, yellow phase is when you're going to want to use those. If you have any like damage reduction cooldowns or like spirit shell or something, putting it out of the raid while you're getting into position for the maze, the death beam maze phase, that's probably a good idea to use that there as well. Save something of damage reduction or like an absorb, any magical reduction that you can, even like a Devo, rally, anything to just give your raid enough time to figure out, is it, okay, are we safe here? Do we have to move up a little bit or do we have to move back a little bit to be in the safe zone? Once you get that figured out though, it's pretty downhill from there. That's the hardest phase to kind of get used to because again, it's the third phase. It takes the longest to get there and then you have to practice it over and over again. But like I said, guys, it's literally rinse and repeat after that. If you can do all those things, you can kill this boss. It's a really, really good fight. Again, by Blizzard, this tier has been awesome. So I really hope that you guys like this guide as well. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.